all hell has broken loose after the Supreme Court's ruling gutting the Voting Rights Act Section 2, as all of these MAGA Republican states are now getting rid of any black majority congressional districts, and they are refusing allowing black Americans to have representation at all, systematically gutting these congressional districts one by one. What you just saw there, where it was video of the Tennessee legislature as they now passed a new map gerrymandering the state after the Supreme Court ruling in Louisiana versus Calais, where they have gotten rid of all remaining congressional districts that had a black majority. So now in Tennessee, it's just going to be exclusively MAGA Republican. More on that in a moment. We learned this morning about this 4-3 ruling from the right-wing Virginia Supreme Court, where they overturned the redistricting referendum that was approved by voters last month that could have netted the Democrats 5 additional House seats. So to be clear, the MAGA Republicans in MAGA Republican states are just pushing through unlawfully these gerrymandered maps without bringing referendums to the people. Virginia actually had the people of Virginia vote on it. And then the right-wing Supreme Court in Virginia said, nope, we're not going to allow you to do it. Only the MAGA states can do it. I have more video I want to show you in a moment. The Supreme Court in Virginia ruled that the General Assembly violated the Virginia Constitution in advancing the amendment and putting it forward as this referendum for the people to vote on. And so the Supreme Court said, nope, we are going to nullify that. I'll show you that decision in just a moment. I want to bring us back, though, to Tennessee. And here in Tennessee, you have more of these MAGA Republican members, state representatives, and senators getting booed as they arrived to eliminate the black congressional representation there. Here, play this clip. Let's just go through some of the data, folks. So Tennessee is now going to become a 9-0 MAGA Republican state. They got rid of their one majority, black majority congressional district. Florida is going to be doing the same, targeting minority voters there. Alabama is going to be doing the same, and they're going to try to remove the congressional districts that have black congressional majorities. There's 2 of them there. They're going to go to a 7-0 map, eliminate all Democratic congressional districts. Louisiana doing the same. The case was Calais versus Louisiana. They're going to get rid of any black representation. It's a systematic gutting of this, what was needed in the Voters' Rights Act, and it's patently racist. I want to show you what MAGA Republicans are doing. Like, I want to bring you into how they're justifying these maps, because what the Supreme Court said in its ruling, Calais versus Louisiana, is as long as you MAGA Republican states don't say you're doing it for racist reasons, and you just have to say you don't know anything about race at all and deny the racial aspect of what you're doing, the racist aspect, then you're good. We'll allow you to put forward your racist maps. Just don't say race at all. So what they do, for example, in Tennessee is you'll have this MAGA Republican lawmaker, Senator John Stevens. This is just the perfect example. He'll be asked questions. So you do realize Memphis has a majority black population. I go, no, I don't know that. You don't know that Memphis has a majority of black people? Like, do you know the racial Nope, I don't see race. I just see humans. I'm not aware that there's a black person or a white person. And so we're not removing the black vote. We're just removing the vote of people who happen to be black voters, but I don't even know that these are black people. That's literally, if you're like, Ben, you're exaggerating. Here, let's play this clip and I'll show you what they said.
Are you aware that Memphis is predominantly African American?
I am not.
So to my sponsor, who went to law school at the University of Memphis and lived there for 3 years, you're telling me you're not aware that Memphis is predominantly African American. Am I correct?
Senator Lamar, he's answered that.
Is the sponsor aware that Shelby County is predominantly African American?
I'm not aware.
Are you aware that Tennessee's 9th congressional district is the only majority African-American congressional district in this state?
No, I have no knowledge of that.
Meanwhile, in Tennessee, you had these MAGA Republican lawmakers who gutted the ability of black people in Tennessee to have as they suppress the black vote in Tennessee to elect people that the black communities want. You had these MAGA Republicans, I kid you not, running around the legislative chamber in Trump capes. They were wearing MAGA capes and they're running around in MAGA capes. Here, play this clip. I'll bring you to the committee sessions as well, where you have that guy, John Stevens, who's putting forward the maps. He's cross-examined by a Democratic lawmaker and saying, so you claim you know nothing about these maps? You don't know anything about the demographics? Here, play this clip.
Memphis is predominantly African-American, correct?
I think you know the answer to that.
Yes or no?
I think you know the answer.
Is Shelby County predominantly African-American?
You know the answer.
Tennessee's 9th congressional district is the only black congressional district in the state. Are you aware?
I don't. I'm not aware.
The Memphis proper area, the 9th congressional district, with this new proposal, how many districts will it be divided into?
There are 9 congressional districts on the map. The map speaks for itself. It's sitting right there in front of you.
For the people who don't have access to the map, could you answer the question?
The map is on our website. It's available.
Point of order. When a question is asked, surely members of the Senate will answer a question instead of pointing someone to look at something on a map. How many districts will be in Shelby County? Surely that's an answer that can be given.
So voters who were previously in a single majority black district would now be split into several districts, correct?
I don't know.
So how are you proposing a map and you don't know anything about it?
I know how the map is divided, but I don't know the racial makeup of the map.
But you understand that Memphis is predominantly African-American. They're going to be split up.
I honestly do not know the answer to that. I do not know.
Who specifically drew these district lines then?
Senator Johnson and I are the sponsors of the maps.
You drew the map, but you can't tell me how many districts Memphis is going to be split into.
I don't know where the city boundaries of Memphis are. Shelby County on the map is clearly divided 3 ways.
Was the public given an opportunity to review or provide input before these lines were finalized or proposed?
These are the maps are between Senator Johnson and I. We drew the maps. We had interaction with the House of Representatives as well.
So you're establishing that before these maps were drawn, you all took no effort into hearing from the public.
The public is getting their opportunity at this moment.
Why are we redistricting now? Why are we doing this after regular session has already concluded?
There is an election this fall of who's going to control the House of Representatives. We want Republicans to maintain control of the House of Representatives.
I'll show you the moment that Tennessee voted to remove all black congressional seats there, and I'll show you how the people were just booing, and the people of Tennessee so livid at this utter fascism. Here, play this clip. Then I'll show you State Representative Justin Pearson. He got arrested. You have the Tennessee police now arresting black lawmakers and like grabbing black lawmakers. And Pearson's like, get off of me. What are you doing? Like, you literally have the scenes that we saw, post civil rights movement or leading up to the civil rights movement. Play this clip.
I'll walk him out. Y'all going? Let go of him. Let go of him, sir. You got me all tied up. Sir, no. Now you got me all tied up. My brother ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing. You don't walk out by yourself. Move the back. Boy! Yeah, let Pearson go. Let Pearson go. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You stupid mother.
Yep. So the Tennessee black lawmakers were then arrested for trying to attend a meeting about the MAGA Republican white lawmakers eliminating the black vote right there. That's what's going on in Tennessee right now. At least 2 black lawmakers arrested for their opposition against the white state legislators eliminating black representation in the Tennessee legislature. Then we saw over here, take a look right here is what was going down as Democrats were burning the Confederate flag. And you'll see what goes down over here. Play this clip. Now I got to bring you to this speech of Justin Pearson. It was an incredible speech. Let's play it.
Minutes.
These maps are racist tools of white supremacy at the behest of the most powerful white supremacist in the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. Memphis is the most beautiful place on the planet. It's the place that raised me, my brothers, my parents, my grandmothers, and where my ancestors' bones rest. And what you are doing today is eviscerating the only black majority congressional district in our state because we are majority black. We are here because this Republican Party has to seek to steal elections and seats, because the president and the party have refused to address the pain, the suffering, and the struggling of everyday Tennesseans. This is about attacking, targeting, and cracking District 9 into pieces for more political and racial dominance and white supremacy in the state of Tennessee. And we need to realize that the Calais decision that you all are basing your decisions off of, that gutted the Voting Rights Act, that Voting Rights Act was paid in blood. It was not just a parchment of paper signed into law. It was paid in blood on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Paid in blood by Medgar Evers, paid in blood by Fannie Lou Hamer. It's been paid in blood year over year, time after time, assassination after assassination, lynching after lynching, so that more people might be able to ascertain access to this constitutional democratic republic experiment that is currently being gutted and seeking to be gutted by this chamber, by this House, this Senate, and this state. What is happening here is immoral and wrong. And I was reading my Bible early this morning, asking God why this is happening. Why, again, does it seem that white supremacy is seeming to gain? Why, again, does it seem like the pillars of pain that we have felt and experienced for over 400 years in this country continue to rise again? And whispered in the words of this Bible and in the words of those ancestors that have gone before us is just these simple words: we're still here. We are still here. This nation, this state has legislated and legalized the worst things in humanity, including our enslavement, and we are still here. Right in this country where, as one black woman said, your ancestors enslaved us, denied us of our rights, called us 3/5 of a person, and yet we are still here. You put us on cotton plantations and tobacco plantations. You denied our human rights and our right to exist as children of God, and we are still here. You destroyed Tulsa. You killed and lynched black folks on poplar trees. Shelby County, Tennessee had the most lynchings of anywhere in this state where you're taking this district, and we are still here. You've had 3 strikes laws, mass incarceration, denied us of who we are, and we are still here. And today you'll take the only majority black district from us. But I want you to know, and I want my nephew, sons, and the future to know, no matter what you do, no matter how much you try and break us and make us bend and make us quit, we will still be here.
As California Governor Gavin Newsom says, So there's no referendum, no public vote in Tennessee. The legislature just takes away people's vote. They pick up a GOP seat. No vote in Florida, just the state legislature changes the congressional maps. Republicans pick up 4 GOP seats. In Missouri, 1 GOP seat picked up. North Carolina, 2 GOP seats. No vote, no nothing like that. No vote in Texas, 5 GOP seats. Virginia, there's a vote, a public referendum. The people approve the maps. They vote in a popular sovereignty, and then the right-wing MAGA Supreme Court goes, nope, you can't do that. You can't do that. As Aaron Frischner says, the 4-3 majority opinion in this right-wing Virginia Supreme Court is a 20-page rambling discourse on semantics, drawing on Ralph Waldo Emerson and Samuel Johnson. The dissent by the Chief Justice concisely shreds it by quoting the law in the Virginia Constitution. 4 people overturned 3 million votes, and it's 1,000% political. Here's the opening of that line. This is the opening of the opinion in the Virginia Supreme Court moments ago that just dropped. On March 6, 2026, the General Assembly of Virginia submitted to Virginia voters a proposed constitutional amendment that authorizes partisan gerrymandering of congressional districts in the Commonwealth. We hold that the legislative process employed to advance this proposal violated Article 12, Section 1 of the Constitution of Virginia. The Constitution violation incurably taints the resulting referendum vote and nullifies its legal efficacy. And that, folks, is how that's how fascism goes down. We got to be alerted to this because, you have Donald Trump making social media posts right now saying how great this ruling is. And what was Trump's post this morning? He goes, huge win for the Republican Party in America in Virginia. The Virginia Supreme Court has struck down the Democrats' horrible gerrymander. Make America great again, Donald J. Trump. So after they've done all the gerrymandering, Democrats simply respond. Then right-wing Supreme Court say, nope, you can't respond. That's fascism 101 right there. And we should all be absolutely enraged.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.